It has been a long journey, but this year I'm finally learning to love myself.
What's that journey been like?
A lot of self-acceptance of my good and my bad, kind of acknowledging that there's more to just being a people pleaser, and I need to please myself. So in that journey, I've learned a lot of just finding a good medium and not having to be perfect all the time.
That is a very tough question, and the answer to that is no. The genes that I have, I guess the words to say is I don't appreciate them, even though it's what God pictured me as. I've had a lot of issues growing up, and I'm not happy with myself.
Always. Yeah, I do. I love myself. Everything. My health, my physical, my appearance, my style, everything. Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
What do you love about yourselves?
The person I've become over the past couple years, everything about myself and my personality traits. Love what I do. Oh, sorry.
I like my personality. I feel like I have an outgoing personality.
I do. Yes, I do. Honestly, I am a Christian, so I believe that I'm wonderfully made. I have joy, and if you're not happy where you are, you're never going to be happy. So life's good. You just got to look for it. My joy comes from Jesus and from being planted. I know who I am and don't have any doubts in it. So I love people, love helping, and just, like I say, love life. It's good.
Yes, I do. I'm upbeat. I'm lighthearted. I like people. I have fun. I just met a couple, asked them a couple questions, and there were some coincidences there, And I've enjoyed, as a kid, 9 years old, I got on my bike with my baseball glove on a handlebar and found some boys somewhere playing ball or doing something. So I've enjoyed myself with all my activities through school and everything else.
Absolutely.
What do you love about yourself?
Personality, outgoingness, and the fact that I embrace work-life balance.
Yes, I do.
What do you love about yourself?
I love my spirit. I love that I'm a woman. I love that God created me with the spirit of life and respect. And I love waking up every day in the morning. That's what I love about myself. Also, I'm a child of God, so I love that more. That's first, most important.
I do.
What do you love about yourself?
That I'm very athletic. I run, I do gymnastics, I play soccer.
No. Because I make really bad decisions, and I don't cope with my problems well, and I hate myself for it, and I feel like if I did, I'd be much further ahead in life, so.
Okay. Yeah, I think I do. I mean, it took a long time to get to that point, know yourself, but yeah, I think I love myself.
There are definitely some traits and characteristics that I really love, and others that I love less. But overall, I have I can do the actions to make myself, love myself more. So, I have full control for that.
I think it's just a lot of thinking internally, because in the past I felt like I needed a lot of people. I learned that you gotta kind of enjoy being with yourself, and then you kind of enjoy others and your surroundings. So it took a lot of time of just deep thinking and just things I like about myself and how I am with others and stuff like that.
It depends on the day, what my objectives and stuff are for that day, but I do like my curiosity, or just I like to ask questions. I like science, so that's kind of in the ballpark of attributes I enjoy about myself. But sometimes work ethic is hard, and just staying on focus, actually getting a product done, that's kind of hard.
Sure.
What do you love about yourself?
My outgoing personality.
That's it?
Well, I love my family. I love how I love my family. I have a great life.
I like myself. I guess I do. Yeah, I love myself. I have a good heart. I have a great family. What else do I like about myself? I'm caring. I'm an all good person.
Yes.
What do you love about yourself?
I love myself because I think I'm a great person. I'm thoughtful, very considerate of others. I know if I don't love myself, no one else is going to.
Yes.
What do you love about yourself?
Good sense of humor.
Of course.
What do you love about yourself?
everything.
Not all the time. No.
Why not?
Because I make mistakes.
Mistakes like what, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably losing. She's telling me this too. Losing my temper at my husband.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everything about me. Yeah. I would have to say my hair, really. Yeah, I put a lot of passion into my hair, so yeah. Thank you, thank you. Your nose too. You're welcome.
I think so. Sometimes.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, of course, sometimes there are moments when you don't like yourself, but usually yes. When you don't like yourself, it's usually in situations where you are not afraid and not agreeing with the things you did.
I'll admit it, I really don't. There are a lot of things I'd like to improve. There are a lot of things that I really want to change in the way I go about things and the way I make decisions. When I say I love myself enough to treat myself well, yes, I would.
Yes.
What do you love about yourself?
I like that I'm cute.
My confidence.
Yeah?
My mom installed it in my head at an early age.
Yeah. Just naturally happy person, you know, just satisfied and, you know, happy with myself. So.
Oh, of course.
Most of the time.
I thought it was going to be questions about this. Okay. I don't know. I love things that I do. I love hiking. I love nature. I love teaching. I'm a teacher. I teach history and I love history, so.
Well, I'm still a teenager, so of course I'm still figuring everything out. I'm not really sure who I am and who I maybe want to become, so it's like I don't always take care of myself the way I would want to. So these are just some things which is like normal for people who are like growing up and just trying to like make sense of the world and themselves. Yeah.
Of course.
What do you love about yourself?
My acerbic wit.
Yeah.
What do you love about yourself?
I'm very hardworking. I'm really like into the gym and stuff, so I push myself like every single day to be better. So yeah.
Yes.
What do you love about yourself?
I'm truthful. I like to have fun. I love people. I love my friends. I love my family. I love riding bikes. Definitely like hanging out outside, and I love trees. My friends call me Squirrel, so because I'm an arborist, I work with trees and people. So that's a really fun thing about me too. Let's go.
Yes, some days.
Super.
Yeah.
Way more because of yesterday.
What are you talking about?
I had a life-changing experience.
Okay. It didn't even happen. Okay.
What do you love about yourself?
Everything except my height.
Chin up straight.
I love my height.
I like my shoes. Wait. I wish I could be more like him.
Yes. I like the way I look at the world, honestly. You know, I like the way I approach life. I like the way I treat others. I think I treat others, for the most part, with respect. I try to, and I like that about myself.
Yeah, I love certain aspects of myself, I believe. I mean, there's some parts like mentally, like mental health. I mean, there's some things I need to work on, but other than that, I think, not to brag, but I think I'm a pretty good person. I love my intellect, how my work ethic. I love how I put academics first and how I just devote myself into expanding what I want to know and need to know.
Yeah.
What do you love about yourself?
Many things. I don't know. My personality, the fact that I'm not outgoing, but I've been called bold, I guess, because moved states, just did a huge career change, I guess. Came here. So I'm originally from Florida. That's a tough question.
Most of the time. Sometimes no. I would say mostly, but it's taken like a lot of time and years of pouring into myself and taking time for myself and learning boundaries, which I'm still learning, but I would say yeah. I really like how curious I am, like about perspectives in the world and just like understanding people's differences and how accepting I am. I'm really passionate and like I would say outspoken, and I think that like leadership is really important to me, and also advocacy, which is weird because that's what we study, but just like being aware enough to know what's going on in the world and like internalize it and reflect it and figure out the things that matter and just kind of champion for those.
Depends what day you catch me on. I have a good heart and I'm funny.
Some days, yes. Some days, not so much. I'm going through a period of my life that is crippling from day to day. I've been diagnosed with MS. Some days are just better than others. I'll put it that way. It's good. I'm dealing with it. I have the power behind me. I got the man with the plan, so we're all good. Yeah.
I do, in fact, man. Every day I'm learning more about myself. I'm currently through hiking the Appalachian Trail right now. I'm 2 months and somewhat days in, and just learning more about myself, becoming more true to myself, and it's been a dream, man. It's been awesome. I do, in fact, love myself. I love the fact of who I am, and in this right environment back home, it's tough, but being out here in the wilderness and doing what I really love, it's really been a blessing. So yeah, I do, in fact. And just what I actually want to do with my real life and past things I've done, the relationships I want to have with people going forward, and just who I want my life to become, and what my life to become, and it's just making me happy, and I just love it every day, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love aspects about myself. I feel like sometimes I could be a better person and all that, but I try to be the best person I can. I feel like I'm a good person. I go out of my way to help people sometimes, all that.
Yes.
And what do you love about yourself?
I love that I'm tall.
Of course.
What do you love about yourself?
My strengths, my faults, and understanding of what true self really is.
I try to. Yeah. I think that I'm really selfless and I'm really empathetic towards other people, so I want to, help them more.
I do. Well, because I do things for myself, and I used to not do things for myself. I totally neglected my physical self, for one. My physical appearance, physical health, didn't exercise at all. Now I do, and I do things that I love, like this thing. Between all those things and like now that I'm living the life that I love, I feel love for myself, and especially because I used to really hate myself and not just thinking negatively, but just never investing in myself. From not loving myself to now, I feel rejuvenated, and I feel like, not to say like I'm better than other people, but I feel like people who have gone from like bottom to the top have a sort of glowing, radiant rejuvenation that people who just went from here to there don't have. So yeah, I love myself.
Yeah, I love myself, I would say.
And what do you love about yourself?
A lot of things. I'm tried to be a YouTuber myself, but in college I'm doing film, and so I love that. I like to do stuff that I do. Like that I went to college for something that I actually enjoy doing instead of going to college and hating it.
I do love myself.
What do you love about yourself?
I love my ability to learn and adapt. I think that I adapt pretty quickly to a new environment, so that helps me kind of overcome change. It's definitely been a useful tool, so I love my ability to adapt and change and go to my environment. So I grew up with divorced parents, so going back and forth between that was definitely weird. So I think growing up with two different parents is difficult because they have two different goals and views, and so it's two different lifestyles, so adapting very quickly on a weekly basis from one lifestyle to another was a challenge, but it's something that I got used to, and I was able to kind of become more myself and realize that there's a bunch of different opinions being thrown at me pretty constantly. So adapting to my mom's environment versus my dad's environment was a challenge, but helped me out. Definitely sometimes, because they both definitely had different expectations and goals, what they wanted their child to do and be. Definitely one of my parents cared a little bit more about the letter grades. My other parent definitely cared a little bit more about hey, how are you doing? Are you learning and stuff like that, as opposed to just how everything looked on paper. So there are definitely times when I felt like a different person with each parent.
I do. I've kind of gone back and forth with that a little bit, I know that I should always love myself, kind of always put myself first. I've always kind of known that, if you're not loving yourself, how are you supposed to put love out back into the world? At least that's, kind of where I'm coming from. I'm having a little bit more difficulty currently, I guess, in the past couple months or so. Just a lot going on in the world, a lot of external stressors. But every day I'm practicing meditation and trying to love myself as best as I can. It's just a little overwhelming right now, I guess, not only with everything going on in the world, but things going on in my personal life that just sometimes, for some reason, give me some self-doubt. It's a personal struggle that I'm doing my best to overcome, I guess. Kind of starting every day new and reminding myself every morning that, it's a great prize to be able to, wake up in this human experience and really just to enjoy every moment of it the best you can and not let myself get too sidetracked with all the external stressors and hate in the world and everything else going on, and just, come back to the core and start inside and then radiate it out. I actually started going to a little class just helping me remind that a little bit, and one of the things that I've really taken away from it is peace and happiness comes from the inside instead of looking for it in external, buying things or doing things or pleasing other people. You really have to do it to yourself before you can worry about anybody else. So